It's Nikki bringing you a video on Group By Clause for Week in Coding. I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this example. We're going to be using our entertainment agency database. We're going to be looking for the entertainment information showing the contract price, totals, the averages, and the high and low prices, as well as the average. So the Group By Clause is an excellent way to do that. So I've already typed it out, but I did leave one line out intentionally because I want to talk about why it's important. So I'm going to go ahead, paste that back in. So as you can see, we're looking for our entertainer's stage name. We're going to be performing some aggregate functions, and you're going to need to remember that term because it's going to be very important for the Group By Clause, but we're going to be doing some aggregate functions to find the total number of contracts, the total price, the lowest price, the highest price, and also the average. We're going to be pulling that, of course, our stage name from the entertainer's table. We're going to be joining that to the engagements to the entertainer's table to get all these aggregate functions performed. But what we're missing is our group by. So let me run this query first without the group by statement so that way you can see the error message we'll get. Pull this up here. So it's telling us that the column entertainer stage name that we were trying to return with our results is not being returned because it's not in an aggregate function, and it's also not in the group by clause. So let's go ahead and fix that now. I'm going to rerun the query. So entertainers. Stage name. So now that I have that in there, and I don't need to include any of the aggregate functions in my group by clause, I'm going to go ahead and execute it again. And now I get all of my information. All right. So make sure that if you're looking for a column name that is not an aggregate function, you include it in the group by clause. Otherwise, you'll get that error. So let's move on to another example. I'll go ahead and push this down a little bit. So I did find it to be very interesting that the distinct keyword is so similar to the group by clause. So I have three different select statements here. One will show me, and I need to change my database. One will show me in the sales order example how many of my customers live in a certain city. So it's going to return all the cities where my customers live, duplicates and all. So it looks like I have 28 rows. I run that query with our distinct keyword that we're already familiar with. It's going to return 21 rows. So it's already pulled out the duplicates. If I run that same query with the group by clause, I execute it, I'm going to get 21 rows. So a couple of things to note. First, the distinct and the group by statement are executing the query in the same way. So they're both going through and pulling out the duplicate rows. Also, I made sure that I have my column name in my group by clause so I don't get that error. Then also, I found this to be very interesting. So when I run these two queries at the same time, and I go up here and look for my execution plan, the plan that the computer is going to take to run this query, I find that they are indeed identical. So you see, estimated number of rows, if you can see it there, it's closer to the bottom, 21. Go down here, estimated number of rows, also 21. Okay. Estimated number of rows for the entire batch is 28, which is what we returned before we filtered anything out. So the computer looks at these two queries as though they are being run the exact same way. So I'm curious to hear about your theories on why it is that happens. Let me know if you experience anything differently. But just go ahead and play around with that and try some different things and let me know what you think. All right. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.